Good evening. This is another update video for the Nasdaq 100, and today it's a relatively special update because I'm doing a very long-term outlook on the bullish scenario. Because someone of my subscribers asked me, is there a more bullish scenario that could play out in the future? And I said, okay, let me do that. Let me go over that and make a video for this so we can go over that together here and we can try to figure out what is the point of the projection in the near future. So, just to go over the beginnings here, we had our cycle wave one, which I have labeled as one in white here on the March 2000 highs. We came down in the wave two of cycle degree and ended that one in the '02 years. Okay, that was about September '02. And from there on, we are now in this bullish scenario in this cycle wave three. Okay, the cycle wave three is in this bullish scenario, still in progress and not even close to be finished. Okay, so we have in this projected scenario, which is the bullish scenario, much more upside continuation over the next decade, in my view. So, and the opposite of this is I'm going to do a next weekend. I'm going to do another big picture update about the more bearish short-term count because there's one as well, but it would just take too long for this putting it together in a video, and this could possibly also confuse you. So I'm going to make now this video about this bullish scenario. So let's start over again. That projects we are still in the cycle wave 3 here in white, and the cycle wave 3 consists of 5 waves of primary degree, which are labeled here now in these yellow circle numbers, where we have done wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and we are still in the making of the primary wave 5 that could really extend. It's not unusual that's at nowadays these fifth wave extend to the upside very long, and they got or they catch a lot of steam to the upside. Okay, that you can see nowadays a lot in cryptos, because in cryptos these fifth waves to the upside nearly extend very long in the third waves. Okay, that's a very usual picture I see nowadays in these new markets and at the new trading styles and whatever is going on. It's very often the fifth wave that could extend very much. Mm. And in this scenario, that's exactly that what could happen. And in this fifth wave to the upside, okay, we need also, like we had in the three here, 5 waves of intermediate degree, which are labeled in blue and in these brackets. We need, again, in the fifth wave, we need 5 waves of intermediate degree. So, where we have done, I'm going to zoom in a second because there are a lot of fib levels here on the chart that are, that I need on the lower picture to show you later what I mean. But I want to talk about the duration a little bit, okay? First of all, time is never an invalidation in Elliot, okay? First, all structures go over times. Fib times are just a guideline for possibilities of duration, of sequences, of project times related to previous advanced structures, corrective structures, or whatever. So I just put them on the chart, and I also put up some lines here, and I managed to write something, or took the time to write something here on the chart, that the primary 3, which is here this yellow circle wave 3, took 4,718 days. That's around 13 years. So we have to know that this move to the upside took 13 years. The fifth wave could take the same duration length. That would be the 100% fib time extension compared to the wave 3 here. But very often they only are 61.8 times the length than the wave 3. So I have now two time windows here. Okay, that it's not a must that this happens. This can also exceed, because remember my words, time is never an invalidation. It's just a guideline, and it only is it gives you confirmation, or it gives you projections of the wave durations, and you can compare them to each other. So this would can take us to the November 2030. So that's from now, yeah, a little bit more than 5 years to 2038, 40, something like that, because it's not even projecting the time here. And that could still be a long, long time to the upside, that we're still working to the upside and only finish the cycle wave 3 up here. Okay. And that could take us into our time window here. Um, but I think later on the lower degrees, if this count is playing out, we could still project more accurate times if we have several sequences in play and we can project them on the lower degree better. I mean, this is just a very, very big time window now, and you have to understand this is far, far away in the future, but I try to give you as much as information I can here. And let us zoom in here now on this yeah, beginning of the possible primary 5 of the cycle third wave here. And I'm going to zoom in now from the weekly chart to the daily chart. And also, as said and spoken about in the primary wave 3, we needed 5 waves of intermediate degree, which is labeled in this blue. We need them again here in our 5th wave. Okay. And now, in my view, we have, oh, yeah, let me just talk about one thing before I'm going to go over that. I just want to talk about this fit target to the downside here, which I have on the chart. The termination point here from this wave 4, which I've labeled in wave 4, is exactly at the 38.2 fit retracement, measured from the 2 to the 3. That gives me confirmation, honestly, that this move to the downside is a wave 4. If the degree is right already, I cannot tell you this. Therefore, I need much, much, much more data here. And later on, we can say 100% sureness that these degrees are correct, but it's not that easy to say that's primary degree or whatever. But now for me, the best way that's looking is the way I counted here. So that means primary 3, 4, and the 5 of cycle wave 3. Okay, so now let me zoom in. Sorry, I had to just put that on because it was a very interesting information to where this level or to where this retracement here get gone or touch directly the 38.2 fit retracement. That gives me confirmation that this at least is correct, what I'm doing here. Okay, so now from our wave 4 low, which are, by the way, the 22 lows here, we need to move up in the primary wave 5. So we had the 4 low here, and we need to move up in the primary 5. We again need from here 5 waves of intermediate degree, which are labeled in these blue colors here. In my view, also here, the termination point of this wave 2 in blue, the intermediate wave 2 low, is or touch the 50% retracement level from the low to the high. So that termination point again fits perfectly to this being a wave 2. It's a 50% retracement. The perfect target to wave 2 is the 50 to 61.8. In very low cases, the 38.2, but this was a little bit deeper, so that is perfectly working. Okay, so I'm going to remove that so we can see that better. And now I zoom in again. So please remember we had our intermediate wave 2 low on the 9th of April 25. So April 25, these April lows from this year is marked now as intermediate wave 2. Let me zoom in now again because we need now the lower time frames. From our wave 2 low, we need again our this then would be our minor wave 1. We need 5 waves now. It's so far in the future. It's but I try to do that as best as I can here now. In this intermediate wave 3 in blue here, we need 5 waves of minor degree. That is 1 lower degree lower than the intermediate degree. Okay, so that's, I hope you understand that. But we need now 5 waves to the upside again to finish the intermediate wave 3 here. So let us zoom in where we are. Going to go on the hourly time frame now. And from here, now we are talking future. Okay, now we're talking future because we know, of all of you who watch my videos, I still want a wave 4 and a wave 5 to the downside. In this bullish scenario, if this is working out, okay? And from here, we need in this minute degree, we need 5 waves of minuet degree, okay? So where we have done wave, it's big now, okay? It's very big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be the 3. I have removed that. Okay. No, I've not removed that. It's 3, 4, 5. I think let me just see if I made a mistake here about the counting. Let me just remove that, please, and we're gonna do that later back on in my daily updates. But what I just want to make you aware of is I'm gonna label that with you. So that would be wave 1, 2, 3. I had it maybe I had it like here, yeah. 4, and this is the 5. Just minuet. And we're gonna make that also in green so that we know that we are on the same degree and remove that one. So A, B, C flat. Did I had it here? Yeah, I had it here. Okay. So that we are now in this minute third to the upside. Okay, that consists again of 5 waves of minuet degree. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the running flat structure, and the 5. And that finishes then our minor wave 3 to the upside. Afterwards, we should expect a wave 4 and another wave 5. And only if we get these waves to the upside, these 5 waves labeled here in green, 1, 2, 3. This is not working. Sorry, I need to lower that. I do it like this so we can have it correctly. I was a little bit too focused on the bigger picture that I nearly forgot to make that correctly. So we need 5 waves up in the minor wave 1. Then we should get the minor 2, minor 3 wave, minor 4, minor 5 to finish intermediate wave 3. Because remember, we had our intermediate wave 2 of the higher degree 5 to the upside completed on the April lows. That was here. And now I need to zoom out. I cannot show you exactly what I mean when we're not, yeah, this is better, so you can see the roadmap and the guideline which I've projected here on the chart. But for now, from our primary wave follow here, we need again 5 waves of intermediate degree. And then we should get another 4. Oh my God, guys, sorry. Just do that correctly here now. So we need 5 waves of minor degree to finish the intermediate wave 3. Then we should get an ABC structure intermediate wave 4. Then we should get another impulse to the upside to finish our primary wave 5 and intermediate wave 5 here. Okay, so that's very, very important that we have this correctly in our head. It's a very confusing update maybe because it's just too big to put it really nice on the chart. But this is just the outlook I want to give you here. And we need now, and that's very important, we need now to hold several levels afterwards. And that's very, very important that if we get our 5 waves to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and label that minor wave 1, we need to hold that minor wave 2 low. Very, very important. So we need this low to be seen as a protected low, and we need to hold certain retracements then to the downside. Again, this would be no matter where we go from here, because I cannot project that because we not have the 3 in play, and then we could measure the retracement to the 4, and then the 5 we could complete it to, we can compare it to wave 1. That then would, I mean, it's very easy. We need to really hold between the 50% and the 61.8, and then continuation higher. That would give us the confirmation that this is also the next one to set up to the upside. So let me just go back on the daily time frame, or at least on the weekly time frame, because I think the rest I talk about in my daily updates, it would be just too confusing now. The only thing that I want to give you on the way right now, if this is the bullish count that plays out or that the market is in this scenario here, we have further upside continuation to do. That means still we are on the cycle wave 3 to the upside. Okay, and that's very, very long as I projected before in the times and the FIB times. Afterwards, we should get another pullback in the 4, in the cycle wave 4, and then we should get another impulse to the upside in 5 waves to the upside to finish cycle wave 5, and that then would finish super cycle wave 1. So that is a very, very long-term outlook now, guys. I really hope you understand what I'm talking about here. I mean, it's very hard to predict the future like that. It's just a scenario that could play out, and what's going to happen here, that is related in my daily updates. And if you really like the video, I mean, I cannot tell you any more right now, because the rest you're going to hear about on Monday, where I talk about our internal structures here. And yeah, so I mean, we can go over that in a second. So let me just do that with you so we have that, okay? I wouldn't feel comfortable if we didn't talk about that. So we are still expecting the finishing point, or the termination of the wave 5 of 3. Afterwards, we should get our ADC structure and one more high to be sure that we have labeled our minor wave 1 completed up here. So where are we? Okay, where are we right now in our move to the upside? The move to the upside perfectly touched my 1.618 FIB extension target here at 22,797. We spiked a little bit above it, and I'm going to remove these lines because they confuse me. Found support at the 50% retracement level from, let me just see where I've done it. Yeah, from the low here to the high 50% retracement level hold, we got a rejection. The question is now, has this already been our fourth wave that I have removed from the chart right now? Okay, I'm going to label that for you. So it would be something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The question is this now already this fourth wave? It would be, in my view, a little bit too short, okay? So I still count that possible as an internal wave 4 of our wave 3, of our internal wave 3, okay? Please don't understand that we still need 5 waves in the 3, and this could just be in a little pullback of the internal wave 3 here, okay? So that we have one more high in the 3, or the 3 is done, and we are working in kind of a correction to the upside, and we would get one more low. I don't know that right now, but if this is the fourth wave in this degree right now, it would be very short. Okay, really, it would be really short. Could be, the market situation right now allows any moves that you have to accept. And if this is the fourth wave already in play here, I can only think about that this being the case. We can project the targets to the upside for now, and that then would be between the 100 and the 1618. It would be a little bit too short in my view, because this fifth wave should reach the 2618 at 23,491. So I leave open the door that this is still kind of an internal third wave, and we get our fourth wave afterwards. Okay, I'm not sure about that right now, but it could already be done. This is the 4, but compare it to the wave 2, yeah, it's a little bit too steep in my view. But yeah, we cannot, or we have to accept the price action that the market is doing right now. And if this is the fourth wave already done, I want a price to see really move up to the 2618 FIB extension. Okay. And that move to the upside then completes our wave 5 and our wave 3 of minor degree. Then we should get our pullback in the wave 4 in green here, which is the minor degree, and afterwards one more high. Okay, so but in detail, I'm going to talk about that in my updates, on my daily updates over the week. I think that is then, if I jump in more and more and more now, it's getting just confusing right now, and it's also too much information, I guess. So I want to leave it as easy as possible here. So either this fourth wave is already done here, or we do expect another fourth wave afterwards. I'm not sure. Maybe we can see something about Globex opening tomorrow evening. So my time here in Europe. So let's see. For now, the road, or the short-term move, or the short-term outlook is still higher. Okay, I don't know if we get this pullback, but afterwards I do expect one more high, and then I would expect a relatively bigger retracement down to in the area of 21,272 to 20,590. Okay, these are targets for this internal fourth wave of minor degree in green. Good, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked this update here. I think it was a very informative update, and I hope you liked it. And yeah, if you really liked the update, please leave a thumbs up. I would really appreciate, and it gives me a little bit of my work back to me, so I see that you like it and like watching the videos. And if you're new subscribers, don't hesitate, or new watcher of my videos, don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel to not miss any updates on my daily posts that I perform and that I do post out on YouTube and also on Discord. So if you're interested to join the Discord server, leave me a comment, and yeah, have a great evening. Have the good balance of the rest of the weekend, and yeah, see you on Monday. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.